it is about time. We finally get to tear down the 400 and do the final welding, the cleanup, paint, all the good stuff. First, we gotta get it apart because she got a little bit of work in between. Here, there, pretty much from here back. She's gotta have work done. So, I ain't gonna hold up any longer. Let's get after it. Alright, so now we've got the engine and the frame finally separated. She's finally stripped down. I left certain bolts in, just so I know exactly which ones they are, for now. And I do gotta just pop that out. It's nothing to get that out of there. But I do have to weld that little bracket. It's covered in metal shavings because of the magnets. But, just needs to be cleaned up. I gotta do a little bit of work on the motor. It's got a little leak down there, so I just gotta retighten some studs and probably wash it while I got it out. Give it a nice clean. I'm either debating painting that or making it shiny. Polishing. I haven't decided yet, but heck yeah, we got that out. So next we will, I'll probably end up doing that off camera, but we'll get that hung up and we'll just start cleaning. Well, I'll probably weld that first, just so I don't hit it or bump it or do anything like that. Yeah, I'm gonna get that hung up and probably throw a couple welds on it. All right, so pretty sure I got all the welds done, other than a little spot for this spring on this arm, just to hold it to keep the brake lever from doing its levering things. But I should have all the welds done on this, other than a little cleanup. I know I got a spot here and there that I want to get cleaned up, and then the corners on this. I just want to round them out a little bit, make them look good, and then other than that, it's just cleanup. So like all this slag, all this stuff there, just need to get that gone. And then we can start painting this. Now, if we look out here, I have already thrown a coat of primer on our fender. Because I was like, you know what? I'm going to be welding on this. I've been welding all afternoon on this. Every little spot, every nook, cranny, we're dialed. I even went through and welded the back nuts on all of these. Those ones I'd already done, but this side I just hadn't touched. Finished fully welding this because it was just a little bead on this end and a little bead on this end, and I missed the middle. Back side hadn't been touched at all. And I went ahead and just put this brace in, got that all nice and welded in, got this side all nice and welded in. Continue to weld that in. Welded all of these nice and fully. Back sides of them, insides of both sides, inside of this side, inside of this side, and outside. We got all the way around this, other than the top, because I figured the top really doesn't need it. Welded fully under this side, fully under that side, the back side. Didn't weld the front side, feel like we don't need that. It's kind of just extra precaution that isn't necessarily required. But yeah, and it's gonna take me at least a little while to get this thing fully cleaned up, get all this slag off of here. For some reason, the welder's just spitting a lot of spatter, so yeah, that's what's gonna take the longest. Then I think I'm just gonna sand all this down and just go ahead and hit this side too. Just black all this out, make it look good. Tomorrow I'll probably hit that spot and the ears up here, and then just start getting into it. I don't know how I want to get into it. I kind of started earlier. It's like 11 o'clock at night now. Just started with a flat-headed hammer. Just go through and just knock them suckers off. See, I just knocked that one off with a good little bit of effort from the good old fingernail. But as you can tell, there are a lot of ones like that. I think tomorrow, like the tight spaces, I'm probably gonna have to hit with that. But I have really dense wire wheels for the angle grinder. Come on. Oh. Where are you at? I hate using them. These guys that will knock that stuff off, I just hate using those because they pose risks of leaving big old gashes in the metal. I prefer to use the ones like that, the smaller wire wheels, or the ones that are like that, which is like the finer bristles, not the brass ones. I don't like them very much because they tend to throw the bristles a lot more than the steel bristle wheels do. But yeah, been sitting over here welding, watching Cletus's new video, FL2K25, where he runs the limo, which was pretty sick. I'd love to see them put slicks on that bad boy. But yeah, here's where we're at. We'll probably I'll probably give you a little taste tomorrow once I get this all nice and cleaned up. Painting will probably be its own video because I do want to hit them. There'll be a lot, and how I do that and all that. This will probably be it. Well, other than me getting it cleaned up, I may throw a little time lapse of me actually cleaning it up, but I don't know how I want to do that yet, or blah 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 blah. But we'll see you tomorrow. All right. So it is a little warm today. I'm a little sweaty just from going at this thing with some sandpaper, a wire brush, and the wire wheel. But she's finally ready for me to hit it with some mineral spirits to clean every little bit of rust and every little spot. And then we can hit her with some primer. I am so excited to finally hit it with some primer. So I'm going to go ahead and get her wiped down, and I'll show you all a little bit of paint. Okay, let me get this little guy right about. Oh, where was it at? I had to turn the camera on. Where'd it go? Ah, right there. And there we go. I'm gonna hit there too. Boom. Just like that. we got a nice powder coated frame. Powder coated. Yeah. Only the highest grade of powder coat, you know. Only the highest. Nothing but the best for our projects. Let me make sure I didn't miss any spots. Stuff actually lays pretty nice. Give it a little love tap there. We just let that dry. I did hit the fender too. I don't know if you can even see it on camera. I did not hit the edges because they're gonna be red, like the gas tank. But, boom. And give that some time to dry. And I'm gonna flip it over and double check where it's sitting on the seat and the neck. And then, yeah, we'll see if I gotta hit it again. Missed a little spot right there. Not hit it again, but just a little bit of touch up. Yeah. She looks good. It's about time. I both did want to finish this bike and did not want to finish this bike because I enjoy just doing this. Just especially the end result. Like putting all this together took longer than anything else. It takes me an hour to strip it down. It takes me, I don't know, it took me like 3 hours to, maybe 4 hours to fully weld everything and go through and just clean every nook, cranny, and everything. Plus the wipe down with the mineral spirits and what else did I do? I had to sand it. I did go through and just sand everything. Sanded it nicely, got all the surface rust off, and primered it. Completely primered it. Used pretty much almost an entire can. There's still a little bit left. I didn't know if I was going to have to spray that again, or hit a spot somewhere. But, boom. I'll give it just a little bit, I'll flip it over, and we'll see it out in the sunlight. We may have got a little excited and went ahead and put the red on the tank. Of course, it's still gonna have the black stripes, just like that one. But I was supposed to show that. But it's just one coat, so you'll see the next few. But got the clear coat on there. My brother just got here. Hell yeah. Okay, so I think I said in the last clip that this red is different from this red. Both being Regal red, but the only one I could find in my area was this Rust Stop indoor outdoor Regal red gloss, and I don't think the other one had gloss in it. Not sure, but of course that's the cap. Of course it's really bright, but remember that color, and look at that. That is Regal Red, Rust-Oleum brand. I think, before I show you the fender again, and I start peeling, because by the time I go over there, I'm actually going to be peeling the tape off. I'm thinking I'm going to have these redone. You know, they're just vinyl, with a little bit of, like a hint of clear coat over it. I think I'm going to take those off, and just re-red the tank, maybe even add new black, maybe even do new gold striping, because gold striping is what is happening on this bike. This bike has, for me, having painted it, it has always had the gold striping, and I love it, and I got the inspiration from that right there. She's a little dusty, but that right there with the red and the gold, I always thought that looks good, and white would look good on there too, but I'm not painting with white. I'm doing the red and the black and the gold. That's the, she looks good with that. But, of course, I don't want to touch the tank because I did re-clear it before I started on this whole project. I just wanted to test the tank. I'm just going to do a little bit. I don't even like doing that. It didn't even do much compared to like there to there. But I just want to see this. I peeled off a little bit just to see, because I don't want this sitting on here long. Oh, look at that. And that line right there is going to be covered up by the gold stripe. That looks so good. Come on, I want the whole thing to come at one time. I'm gonna go slow and gentle. I can't remember where I got this tape from, but I love this tape. That little mark right there you see right in the center of the screen. Oh, right there. It will go away in clear coat. I love that bright red. I actually have grown quite fond of it. And of course, if I change the color, I'm gonna have to redo the front headlight and some things. But I'm willing to, because this bright red over the past, what, hour or two, tell me that doesn't look really good, actually. That bright red, it actually looks brighter on camera than it does in person. In this light, it doesn't look far off of that in the light that I'm seeing it at. The camera's going to portray it differently, but to me it looks really good. We're just going to go ahead and yeet that right over into the burn box. Right there. That's for the fire pit. Or the wood stove, because it's starting to get chilly. But that looks good. This is the bottom of the tank. So you're not gonna see this end of it. You're pretty much gonna see from here forward. But I just wanted to do the whole thing. And that looks really good. I'm a big fan of that, actually. In the light that I'm standing in it versus what you're standing. Let me see if I can actually change that via the camera. I cannot. To me, it looks a lot darker in person, but it just looks really good. And it's to the point where it makes me want to repaint that, repaint the tank, and actually repaint my little taillight lens right there. Which, it's no problem to have it redone, because I got the big can. And that really didn't take, that was 2 coats, and it looks amazing. I actually am a big fan of this bright red. But, being that the fender now has paint on it, which I'm going to clear coat it, and I'll put the stripe on it. I'm going to do all that in the next video. The frame has clear coat on it. I'll probably end up adding one more layer off camera. But aside from that, and the fender, right, so we're going to be throwing some vinyl on this fender. I actually closed out the video. But I was like, I can't close out this video without throwing some vinyl on this fender. And my vinyl stripping is a mess. But I don't need a whole lot to do this fender. So we're gonna go ahead and do it, because I can't leave y'all off like that. The next part is gonna be putting this bike together, and that's its own episode. So I gotta at least give y'all this part. So let's do it. So I got the vinyl on. I did mess up a part right there, but I got it clear on. Look like bird doogie. But yeah, she's looking pretty crisp, I'm not gonna lie. But I think we're gonna end it there. So yeah, there's the fender. There's the frame. Next video, we're putting this sucker together. And I am so ready to put it together. I still gotta get the wheel balanced, eventually. And a couple little accent reds I gotta do, but other than that, she's done. The accent reds I can just do off camera. Ooh, good stretch. So, if y'all enjoyed and have enjoyed this series so far, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and drop a comment below what you thought so far, what you think of the red, what you just think about it in general. Y'all take care. We'll see you next time. Peace.